Welcome back. I've been sick for a little bit and I didn't want to record with a sore throat and a stuffed nose. So this is Noob School, turn 29. I haven't looked at the old turns for 2 weeks, so I got some catching up to do. We have received 500 gold from Uruk. I believe this is for a bunch of nature gems that I sold him. We cast, let's see, Arcane Probing, nothing. A Jade Serpent, a Revenant, another Jade Serpent, another Arcane Probing, nothing. Another Jade Serpent, more Arcane Probing, even more Arcane Probing, another Jade Serpent, and we found 10 Blood Slaves. Crippled unit died, and then there's a battle in Sceleria. Oh yes, I was invading Sceleria. I think this is the first big battle of this war, but I'm gonna have to check after the recording. Alright, so we got Jade Serpents up front, some of these Mace Warriors, Jaguar Warriors of course, and then we have a blocking line of normal warriors, so nothing will get to the Magi, and a bunch of eagle warriors in the back who will of course jump in their back. And on the Scalarian side we just have province defense. Nothing's patrolling here, which is a bit disappointing in a way. I would have hoped for more resistance, but okay. And all these guys cast Phoenix Power to make themselves Fire 3, to make the fireballs cheaper. What's this guy doing? Oh yeah, he reverses the Prophet, of course, so he's casting Divine Blessing. Which blesses quite a lot of people. This is a while ago for me, and I'm now playing a game where I don't have any sacreds, so it's a little bit of a switch in mindset for me for a second, yeah. Yeah, he blesses most of my army. Now, looking at this, maybe I shouldn't have used flaming arrows, because my guys have, they have invulnerability, which basically protects them from slaying stones and arrows. But flaming arrows, not so much. I was, however, expecting Sceleria to have a much bigger army here than what I ended up fighting against. And I do consider Eagle Warriors to be replaceable. Anyway, that's it for that battle. Let's have a look at the casualty list. Yeah, I lost 18, among which 10 Eagle Warriors, 1 Jaguar, and some normal warriors. Oh, and a Mictlan priest somehow. Maybe he got Blood Vengeance from throwing a fireball, or whatever he did. But yeah, this 25 province defense is dead. Not a bad trade. And then there's also a battle in Arcadus. Let's have a look. Oh yes, so this is Suleiman the Vampire, who I've given minimal gear to put him at 22 hit points. He only has 10% regeneration. And he actually has invulnerability 25, so he doesn't really care about most people's normal attacks. Let's see. Yeah, that gives him 31 protection from mundane attacks with the light belt. Yeah, I remember. I've been doing this for most of the game. Which is hilarious and must be annoying to fight against, because once you kill him he just comes back a few turns later, and with Dwarven Hammers this is 6 gems worth of items, so who cares. Also, Sceleria doesn't really have something that does a massive amount of damage. Well, maybe they have lictors. Let's have a look soon. Yeah, I don't think he's that easy to kill with troops. Maybe with a dead mage would work, or with an astral mage potentially, because he does have a mind, or with a priest. But with just troops, it'd be very hard. Barbarians are gonna attack here in Greendale. In Koromu we got almost 500 gold, and then in Robberholm we lost to the minions because of a cult, which you can patrol out, but I wasn't paying much attention at this stage. Then a scout was attacked by Phasia. Yeah, he was detected and killed. Well, okay. We started to destroy the fort in Scalaria. Walls are severely damaged. That usually means it takes another turn, but not much more than that. We started to destroy the fort in Transport. The walls are moderately damaged, so that's going to take longer. But once I take Scalaria, the rest will fall soon after. And we killed some brigands. Alright, so let's see, turn 29. What I found out before is that Sceleria has put all of his long dead in his capital, but he didn't have them defending the place. So either that was a mistake, he moved them there instead of doing move patrol, in which case he should be moving out the next turn. Or it was not a mistake, in which case he is going to keep them in the capital and keep the long dead to hold the walls up. However, a long dead, and I wish I could bring it up here, but not really. I think because they're undead or something, they have a castle defense of 0.1 instead of 0.5. Oh, because they're mindless, that's it. So that's not going to do too much. You need 5 of them to do the same as a single human defending. And because the way siege strength works, I can bring that up now. Yeah, so human with strength 10 has 1 siege strength and 0.5 siege defense. So you will need twice as many people defending in order to keep the walls up. You will need 10 times as many long dead in order to keep the walls up. So you'd need a lot. To stop this army from breaking your walls, you would need a little over 3,000 long dead. Which could happen, but I don't see it happen this early in the game. It's only turn 29. In 90, let's see. Let me write down Corvus names here. Yeah, so in Greendale here, we're evacuating because it says there's going to be a barbarian attack. And this turn I don't really have the tools to stop a barbarian attack, except for going for a lot of province defense, but then I would have to stop recruiting all kinds of places to stop a stupid barbarian event. Instead, I'm just going to set an army later and kick them out again. Building a fortress, let's see here, in Good Old Woods. This is the one with the Lord Master Throne. So it already has a palisade, but to get an extra... yes, because this is a palisade. This is not a city palisade, so this only gives 1 commander point. No, it doesn't give a commander point. The province gives you a point. Yeah, so it has 1 commander point. If I want 2 commander points, so I can recruit more sages or lore masters. So now I get 1 every 4 turns, then I would get 1 every 2 turns. I can also get a sage every turn or a jade sorceress every turn. So twice the amount of commanders. I'm gonna need a fortress, so that's what I'm doing now. Building a lab here. Yeah, okay, so this fort doesn't have a lab yet, so building a lab in it. I'm raiding here. So I'm sending a little force. Yeah. Basically just a bunch of guys with a bunch of eagles to jump over them, and these guys to cast a little bit of body ethereal, and then some solar rays instead, in case we run into undead, and if we don't, they'll just cast something else. this should be enough to, yeah, to fight whatever we run into, especially because this fort's already locked down. Putting a holding force here, yeah, so this is just gonna have a slight amount of people to, well, they can cast, these guys can cast body ethereal protection on them, which actually makes these, well, these naked slingers and these line slingers reasonably durable. And then hopefully that will stop a small breakout. I think there's not a lot in this fort, so I just have to keep it locked down. And if I just leave a scout on top, there's a good chance he will attack me with like 2 guys or something, and the scout will die or run. Then I'm attacking. No. Yes, I am. I'm attacking here with Suleiman. Yeah, basically just locking this fort down, and then, you know, you can keep moving around, try to keep them on the back foot, but Sceleria is already doing pretty poorly at this point, so I might be giving them too much credit here, but better to give them too much credit than giving them too little credit, and my victory being slowed down, or other people getting involved and even losing the war. Recruiting recruiting sky priests, let's see, here and here, because having a few sky priests around, sky priests are fortune tellers, only fortune teller 5, but if you have a few of them, it does start adding up, just keep reducing the chance of something bad happening, so I like to have a few sky priests in every fort. And I am recruiting, let's see. So I started recruiting, oh yeah, this year, some mace warriors here. And let's see, here I am recruiting also some mace warriors. Basically, mace warriors are the resource intensive option, so if you don't have a lot of money, but a little bit, and you have some 4 turns left, then they can be a decent option to get in order to get some extra frontline fighters. I am summoning more Jade Serpents, all of them here, in order, well, basically, they are my preparation to mess with Fascia after I win this. And I'm forging a single owl quill here because I have 1 hammer. So I'm going to use that to keep making owl quills to deal with my horrible drain skills. Okay, that's it for turn 29. See you in turn 30. Welcome to Noob School turn 30. Some more Jade Serpents summoning. No new magic sites in the lagoon here. With the arcane probing, I did some manual site searching that didn't find anything either. And 10 blood slaves. Then there's an assassination attempt. Ah yeah, so this assassin tries to assassinate one of my moon priests. I don't think I have any thaumaturgy researched yet, so he can't soul slay or whatever. And then he hits him with a dagger, or short sword. I think a short sword, yeah. It's a poison dagger. And this guy tries to fight back with a stone dagger. And then he kills him, and the blood vengeance kills the assassin. I think this priest was a little bit more pricey than the assassin, but there must not be many assassins left, so this blast is actually a decent counter to assassins. There's a battle in Doven. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I was sending 2 moon priests here, but only 1 made it. And this is like 3 or 4 province defense or whatever. So, predictably, that went completely lossless. Then there's a battle in White Forest. I think this is Suleiman again. Yeah, here we go. So this is the province defense on top of the fort, and understandably he put a little bit more there, but problem is with something flying like this, he just flies over, kills the commander, and all the province defense does nothing. If that's something you want to counter, I would say put a second commander there and put him somewhere else. Maybe with bodyguards. So this kind of flying tactics don't work, and the thug that comes in actually has to fight the entire province defense. Now, I do think Suleiman could have fought that entire province defense, but it could at least make things harder with a very cheap commander and a few bodyguards. We got some unexpected events, a bunch of misfortune in Lama. In Carrion we get unrest and population because, well, tribes are fighting each other apparently. Then in Domen, some peddler of gems shows up and my people force him to sell all these gems for 1 gold. Then in Robber Home, a huge amount of people migrate to here, which is almost 500 people. Not bad. Worldwide, there's an upcoming arena battle. I don't think I can fight a flagrant tyrant, so I'm just ignoring this. Sneaking enemy was discovered by a patrolling unit, so a Phasian scout got killed by my blood hunting patrols, I think. Or my slave gathering patrols, maybe. I don't know. Patrols killed him. Fortification in White Forest is unharmed. That's because that's only Suleiman. We breached Sceleria, and in Transibor, where I have very small force, they are still breaking the walls, so there's nothing in that fort. We patrolled out over 50 brigands, so that's great. Okay, so I am buying 6 lanterns for from for 42 slaves. Which I offered him fire gems, but he says he has enough fire gems and he wants blood slaves, so this sets back my blood economy a little bit. But 6 lanterns is actually a pretty big deal for me. Other than that, I am storming into Scalaria. I put all of the ranged troops on fire large monsters. I hope to hit his pretender with that. I'm gonna do flaming arrows again. In this case, the front line is probably gonna be a very small area in the gate. So there's a lot less risk of hitting my own troops. I also put the macemen on fire closest so they can throw some flaming javelins. Then there's the eagle warriors that will jump in the back. I'm also going to be casting Wind Guide. Not entirely sure who is, but I have written, oh yeah, here, this guy's going to be casting Wind Guide, so even less chance of hitting my own people. Hopefully this will take the fortress of Sceleria, and then this war is going to be more or less off. I am having a revenant in here, Aslan. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, he's just going to be casting monthly dark knowledge. So he's going to look for dead sites 1 province at a time. Very nice that I mentioned buy the dead gems earlier on to make this easier. And then hopefully all my land's going to be searched for dead, and my death income is going to be better. This is part of my late game plan. I'm going to raid on into here, so Suleiman's just moving on, and Sylvius the scout here is going to be locking the fort down if Sceleria doesn't ride out, that gives me 23 income and gives him another turn he can't recruit, so let's hope he doesn't. I am also forging another owl quill. So this is it for turn 30. See you in turn 31 where we storm Sceleria. Welcome to Noob School, turn 31. Let's start with the event we've all been waiting for. So, we know what we have because I told you in the last turn. Scalaria has lines of skeletons, followed up by lines of Romans, followed up by some whites, some shadows, more skeletons in the back, and whites and shadows probably to stop my flyers, and then a whole bunch of magi in the middle. I think this is a pretty good formation. Don't see anything wrong with this. I just think he's already lost it on the strategic map. Let's see what he does. He casts Communion Master. So these skeletons are on attack and the rest is on hold and attack. So I think he's hedging his bets whether I attack or hold and attack, because he of course wants the fight to be in these gate tiles. So I believe his strategy is either these guys charge out and die and then I charge in and he charges in, or I charge in and I have a fight with these guys in the gate. Which I think I would have done the same. Let's see casting. He goes Communion Master, Power of the Spheres, and then Magic Duel. See, the way I understand Magic Duel is it takes your base level of Astral Magic, not any raised levels of that you get from casting things, but maybe I'm wrong. So either I understand Magic Duel wrong or he does. We'll see. Regardless, he has a base level of 4, so and he has a magic boost of 2. So this will allow him to delete quite a few of my Astral Magi. He's casting Mist in order to make my arrows less accurate. Meanwhile, this flaming arrow nonsense seems to be, well, in combination with, I think that's the death of Rufus actually. Yeah, so the flaming arrows in combination with priests doing banishment. A lot of skeletons are already dead. Now let's look at commanders. Rufus, yeah, Rufus died to, I think that was a magic duel, and he does Blood Vengeance. And the Prince of Death resists the Blood Vengeance. Okay, so this guy has just been magic dueling, yeah. Meanwhile, the Eagles has jumped in the back here. One of the Eagles apparently jumped the Prince of Death. I don't think these Eagles are actually gonna win, but they keep people busy. Meanwhile, the main army is trying to breach the gate. banishment, it looks like they're going to be able to. I think this guy... Oh, I expected him to be fatigued, but he's not. He's just casting raised skeletons. Oh, he's not fatigued because of the communion. Now he's casting raised skeletons until the communion comes out. Okay. Yeah, I think a few extra skeletons are not going to make a difference, but that's also been outside of his control because this is off-script casting. Meanwhile, my priests are very much fatigued out, though they just throw an occasional fireball and go back to sleep. As long as my army doesn't run, I should eventually be able to grind them down. There's also the occasional unit like this serpent who has been made ethereal by an astral mage and is now just working on the people that are on top of the wall. And now the legionary troops start running. The guys holding the wall also start running. Yes, and then it's going to be over soon. Let's see if this guy is going to be any good in hand-to-hand combat. He has a fist and a ring of frost. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Alright, so that manages to take the capital of Sceleria. Temple was razed, no items looted, and we lost 113. Of which mostly all the Eagle Warriors, quite a bit of normal warriors, some Jaguars and 9 Serpents. To kill 490 things, of which over half of it is long dead, but still. Fender's dead, took this out, and well, I think it's always important to end wars quickly. So I got the 6 lanterns from Ulm. This is fantastic because that's 14 research per lantern. That's like, I don't know, 2 priests or something. It's great. This is fantastic. This will really help my research economy. Alteration 5 has been researched. Next we're doing Conjuration 5. We'll talk about a little bit about research later on. I cast Dark Knowledge, nothing found. More Jade Serpents. Searched here, nothing found. And 12 Blood Slaves. There's also a battle in White Forest. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so Sceleria comes in here to kick my scout out. He apparently actually has 3 Scalarian cultists, a few skeletons, and a few legionnaires. Good thing that Suleiman wasn't there because he might have died. Then we attack in Cavern Realm. This is Suleiman, I believe. Yeah, so Suleiman is attacking the next province, and here we have Sinus of... he could actually die to this. Oh, but the commander's already bleeding, so he's not going to die to this. How much damage do these things do? 16... they actually are not doing that bad a job at fighting him. And he flees. Huh. Okay, so he managed to retreat successfully to Scalaria. Okay, so this is not gonna be a big problem. Then there was a battle in Doven and Halmere. So this is Team Chi taking 2 of the provinces that I took. This was agreed upon. I will talk about why in a bit. And then we fought at the fortress of Sceleria, but already showed that. There's an event in Greendale. 380 people died because of the barbarian horde. Then there's an event in Goskeen. We lose to the main, get 2 slot, and lose 5 resources because of a sect. Event in Scalaria. A traveling sorcerer. Okay, so he curses the land and we get a death scale of 1 and 18 units have been cursed. Worldwide event, arena battle. Oh, then there's a battle in the arena and I sent a scout in because, well, there's a very small chance that everybody forgets to send somebody. And then you just get free stuff. But, of course, Flagra sends this guy who has all the things. I guess he has no air magic, so he has to make this thing instead. Portable Might, Elemental Armor, Black Steel Helmet, Frostbrand, and Vine Shield. So he's resistant to everything, and you can't really punch him to death because he has a Vine Shield. Pretty good, with a magic resistance of 19, Soul Slay will also be hard to pull off. So the result is that he gets a Jade Armor, but I'm not entirely sure what happens then because he already has an armor. There's a battle in Greendale. This is the Barbarian attack. I think we can all predict how that goes, but let's show it anyway. I did not see that one. Okay, so apparently we got Ethereal Vineman. Oh, I see, because of this guy. Yep. And a bunch of Mictlan random units just chasing off the Barbarian attack. That's pretty nice. Then we started to destroy the fort in Transport. Yeah, so that's here. There's literally nothing inside if this little force breaks through the fort. So that's going to be done soon. So I got the lanterns from On. I see this army on his border and I ask him about his plans. He says he doesn't know yet. Agartha is asking me how my war is going, and I told him that Sceleria is about to die. And Team Chi is planning to fight Flagra and spotted a large Flagra army on his borders. Or I don't know where exactly, but somewhere here he spotted a large army from Flagra and he's planning to fight them. I am taking 1 turn off from blood hunting to cast Mother Oak. Unstoppable is the only one who can cast it, so this is my best option for now. I'm summoning another Revenant here to speed up the dead side searching. And then with the research. So I'm going to Blood 2 for Ball of Blood. To potentially find blood sites in places where I suspect they might be. I am going Conjuration 5 for summons. At 5 you get the Monster Toad, and the Monster Toad is pretty nice. I'm going Construction 4 for boosters and dowsing rods. And after that I'll go Blood 5 for Civitateos, and then we can really get the blood economy started. Alright, that's it for turn 31. See you in turn 32.